Hey everyone, it's Coach Jordan from Decatur Sports Performance, and today I'm going to be taking you through just a quick, basic warm-up for the basketball athlete. So, first thing I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you take one of these foam rollers here, and you're going to take each major muscle group. You're going to take the foam roller and foam roll for 30 seconds through each major muscle group, hitting the calves, hamstrings, glutes, quads, upper back, and maybe some of the pecs as well. You know, this should take you not longer than 2 minutes, and you're just going about 1 to 2 inches a second, just nice and slow to get some of the tension out of your body. The second movement we will get into is called the cat-cow. So driving those hips forward, driving the hips back. We're just trying to get movement out of your spine, out of your hips as well. Second movement we're going to look at is the half kneeling hip flexor. So half kneeling, you want the knee underneath the hip, knee right in front at about a 90-degree angle. What I want you to do is tighten your core, tighten your pecs and lat, squeeze, and we're just gonna oscillate and just drive forward just slightly. The biggest thing of this stretch is create as much tension through the core and upper body as you can to get the most out of the stretch. We're gonna do both sides. Second thing we're gonna look at is called the Downdog Spiderman. So what that looks like, from that same position, hands and knees, we're gonna drive our hips back and up, feeling that big stretch through the hamstrings, calves, glutes, then back down. One foot's gonna come up to the hand. We're gonna reach up, stacking the shoulders on top of each other, staying nice and long through the body. Back, down dog, back to center, stacking, and returning. All right, I want you to hit about 5 on each side. Next movement we will look at is the bird dog. So, locking that core together, opposite arm, opposite leg, squeeze, and hold. We're going about 5 on each side. The biggest cue I give is keeping a glass of water, glass of chocolate milk on your back. You do not want to tip that glass over. Next exercise we're going to look into is our shin boxes. So 90 degrees, rocking up and over onto the other side. You want to keep the chest up as we rotate. You're going to feel this in your hip flexors and your hips. Next one we're going to look into is falling onto your back. It's called the leg lower. So both toes up, knees to the ground, elbows in. Exhaling, lowering one leg to the ground and inhaling it back. The best thing we can do here is keeping that leg straight. Don't care if it's here or here, but we're relaxing our shoulders and head into the ground, one leg at a time. From here, we're putting both heels into the ground. You should be able to just barely touch those heels, elbows into the ground. Drive up, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstrings, and control yourself down. Driving those heels into the ground. From there we will go standing. We'll work through 5 lateral lunges on each side. Back and forth. One of the last movements we'll do before we get dynamically moving is squat to stand. So we're gonna shoot the butt back, grab our toes, pull ourselves to the bottom, reach the hands up, drive up to the top. Let me show you again. Butt back, grab our toes, pulling ourselves to the bottom of a squat, reach up, stand nice and tall. So through the next portion of the warm-up, we're gonna be moving dynamically. So about 10 to 15 yards, high knees, coming down, coming back, we're gonna be skipping. After that, we got power skips, driving up, punching that ground with our feet. Next one, lateral A skips, driving off the side through that skipping motion. Down and back on each side. Side shuffles or defensive slides, down and back. Finishing up with Carioca, moving those hips about 10-15 yards through each of those. Last thing we'll do before we get into our power training, we are gonna do some drop jumps. So what this looks like, we're reaching up on those tiptoes, we're gonna drop down and squeeze your full body, right? Squeezing every muscle fiber in your body. Let me show you again. Up, top, drop as quick as we can, squeezing. So that's our quick warm up to take you into our power and strength training for the basketball athlete. Have a great day.